in the journey towards wisdom and virtue, the ancient Stoics teach us the importance of reflecting on what we do and say. Often, in our daily lives, we find ourselves trapped in patterns of repetitive thinking and behavior, without realizing that such repetition can lead to stagnation and dissatisfaction. The Stoics urge us to carefully examine our actions and words, to be aware of how they influence our lives and those of others. Repeating the same things without reflection can lead us into an endless cycle of mediocrity and lack of progress. The Stoic philosophy urges us to break this cycle, to interrupt purposeless repetition, and to seek constant growth and improvement. We must not be slaves to our habits, but rather masters of our choices, aware of the consequences they entail. So when we feel the call of familiarity, let us pause for a moment to reflect. Let us ask ourselves if what we are about to do or say will bring us closer to our goal of virtue and wisdom, or if it will drag us back into inertia and monotony. Not repeating the same things over and over is more than just an invitation to change. It's imperative for personal growth and self-realization. Embrace the challenge of breaking the chains of habit and pursuing a life of meaning and virtue, according to the Stoic principles that urge us to live with wisdom, courage, and justice. This concept refers to Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes self-reflection, awareness, and control of one's actions and thoughts. Let's look at some key points. Reflection on actions and words. Stoics encourage us to carefully consider the consequences of our actions and words. This entails being aware of how we behave and how we influence not only our own lives but also those of others. Avoiding purposeless, repetitive patterns. Stoics warn us against the tendency to act automatically or without reflection. Continuously repeating the same actions or expressing the same thoughts without valid motivation can lead us to a life devoid of meaning and satisfaction, seeking constant growth and improvement. Stoic philosophy invites us to break these repetitive patterns and constantly strive for personal growth and improvement. This entails being aware of our habits and tendencies and actively working to overcome them, being masters of our choices. Stoics remind us that we control our actions and reactions. We should not be slaves to our habits or mental patterns, but rather masters of our choices, aware of their implications and the consequences they entail. Reflection as a tool for personal growth. When we find ourselves performing actions or expressing thoughts that seem familiar or automatic, Stoics encourage us to pause and reflect. Let's ask ourselves if what we are doing or saying will bring us closer to our goal of virtue and wisdom, or if it will lead us away from them. In summary, the concept underscores the importance of being aware of our actions and thoughts, avoiding purposeless repetition and constantly seeking personal growth and improvement, according to the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, and justice.